Hello my friends. Today we'll be making a scrapbook page. I know it's been a while, but I'm happy to share this tutorial with you. So let's get started. For this layout, I'm using 4 Instagram photos that I printed here at canvas.com. They were 25 cents each, and I just showed you quickly there. I glued them onto some old cardstock that I had in my stash. And I'm just going to begin this layout by laying some tissue paper to create some texture as well as some layers behind my photos. So I'm just crumpling up the edges and just making some layers here. And I'm really digging through my stash for this layout, so I'm pulling out some scrap pieces of designer paper, just again to add some color and a few more layers. And the way I choose my papers for these kind of layering is mostly by color, not so much the pattern, but just color. And in this instance, I cut that arrow point on that paper because I had an idea to try to help it point to the title, but then I changed my mind. So here again, I'm just digging through my stash to get some more color. And now this is a simple way to add your tissue. Just staple them together and then put the glue on your cardstock, not the tissue, because your ATG gun will tear the tissue paper. And then just stick your photos to the tissue. And I only added glue to the middle so that I could add these layers around the edges and not have to peel up any of the adhesive. And so I'm adding this one also to add some color because there was some pink in the photos. So I'm trying to add that color combo. And this one I added at an angle. And I'm adding some here at the bottom as well, just for a little bit of balance and for a little pop of color there. So then I decided to try to add some of that yellow to my page, so I took this washi tape to create a ground for my title, but as you saw in the picture of my final layout, I end up tearing this off later and you'll see that in the video, but I just wanted to keep it in to show you my process. So here's some very old basic gray stickers I've had in my stash forever. And I was going to lay them on top of the washi for contrast, but it was so thin you could barely see these letters. So I moved it up here, but again it still was hard to see. So what I did was I took this designer paper, which will also be where I'm going to place my journaling, and since it has that white color, once I put these letters on there, they contrast the way I wanted to, and so that's easier to see. So I end up putting my title here. I have these chipboard stickers from Simple Stories I got in a Simon Says stamp kit. And I want to put this sun somewhere. And I have the hardest time determining where to put that sun. So as the layout progresses, you'll see my struggle. So I would love to hear your input of where you would put it or where you think it looks best. But I don't glue it down until the very end because I can't make up my mind. So I keep fiddling with it, moving it around. I just can't make up my mind, as you can see. So I just kind of leave it there. But again, keep playing around with it. I would love to hear your input of where you would put that embellishment. So here's where I removed the tape. I just did not like the color and the hearts. It was distracting. So I'm stamping this stamp from Heidi Swap, and if you help me get to 400 subscribers, I will have a giveaway of 2 of these little mini stamp sets from Heidi Swap. And they're very cute and they have a lot of cursive text. So here I had the struggle with the Stampin' Up! Ink pads, which I think are horrible with clear stamps, so I had to use a marker. So don't use the new Stampin' Up! Ink pads with your clear stamps. They just don't stamp well at all. I took my distress ink there to add the yellow color and ink around my little embellishment stamp there. And I decided to use this, again, some scrap cardstock that was that bright yellow that matched better. And so I'm just adding that to the bottom of my title to help draw your eye there, as well as add balance of having 3 places with yellow. And I'm adding this embellishment with pop dimensionals, and glue dot here. So again, I just used that stamp set from Heidi Swap for that cursive font and that little arrow. And then here I really dug deep in my stash and I found these really old rub-ons, for goodness sake, from Stampin' Up. These have to be at least 5 years old. But I'm so happy to finally use them and make a small dent in my stash there. And then I decided to ground my layout with a little bit more of that pop of pink, or that soft pink color. So I add this washi tape to the bottom. And I wanted to add this also to the top, just again for some balance, so it wasn't too plain up there. And then now I finally just determined to put the sun chipboard sticker right there. And then the final touch to fill in this void, I added the washi tape here to hold my journaling. And then one little touch, I had one more little rub-on. I just added that to next to this embellishment. It's a little gray heart, just to get rid of it and use it. And that finishes the layout. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know in the comments where you would have put that sun embellishment. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.